What's up guys, Miller's Cards here, and today I'll be doing a PSA preview video. This is the stuff that I'm going to be sending to grading here. I'll probably get this order shipped out tomorrow, so I'm going to do a video on it tonight, just showcasing the 24 cards that I'm planning to send to PSA and kind of what I predict they're going to get. We'll start with the Stephen Castle. If you saw my previous video that I just filmed actually, but by the time this video is recorded it'll have been a few days ago, but in my previous video I picked up the Stephen Castle Sapphire First Bowman U. He's going to be a lottery pick, Stephen Castle, if that's how you say his name, I apologize. Looked pretty good, pre-grading it at 10. Paid $3 for this LeBron in that previous video as well. Pre-graded 10. Pre-graded 10 on this Halliburton Ice. Devonta Smith out of 25. This was stickered at 10. I didn't quite pay that much for it. Pre-grade of a 9. It's got a little bit of a edge issue. Let's see if I can't get that on there. You can see all the fuzz and stuff that's on the outside of the case. But if I bring my light over right above my thumb on the edge there, I don't know if that's part of the card, and then there's another one right above that too. I don't know if that's part of the card. It wouldn't wipe away if it's just the design, but since it's right on the edge, I thought maybe they count that as edge wear, so pre-grade of a 9 on it. Pre-grade of a 10 on this Demaryius Thomas X-Fractor from Topps Finest. Only paid $1 for this, so if this gem's probably a $30 to maybe $40 card, pretty good margins. If I didn't mention at the beginning of the video, I can't remember if I did or not, $15.99 is how much each card costs to grade at PSA right now. So even after shipping both ways, you're only looking at and insurance, you're only looking at being into each card for about 18, 19 bucks. So pretty good deal. Prizm Ice, Jokic. Pre-grade of a 10. 10 on this Cam Thomas Prizm Fast Break Disco. Really good looking card there. Same with this 75th anniversary. This one I thought had a few less percentage points of a chance to 10 than the Prizm Fast Break. I think they both deserve 10s. They're both pretty clean from what I can see, but I did note that first Cam Thomas I thought looked a little bit better. I'm going to go 10 on this Yao Ming. The top centering is a hair heavier than the bottom. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but you'll be able to tell for sure when it's in a PSA slab. I think I'm still going to go 10 though, but I wouldn't be surprised if it got a 9. But that was the only thing I saw wrong with it. John Morant, luck of the lottery. I'll pre-grade a 10. It wouldn't shock me if it got a 9. With this dark gray border, there's sometimes maybe a little whitening you can see in the corners might look a little white even if they are still pretty sharp. So I'll go 10, but wouldn't be shocked if that's a 9. Pre-grade of a 10 on this Brandon Miller card that had very little issues with it. If you're sending base prisms of really anybody from modern years, you got to make sure it's nice, because even at a 9, unless it's like Wemby, and maybe even at that point, you're still probably not going to make your money back for what you paid and the grading fee. There's just such a pop to this card. Aaron Judge, is this, I don't know if this is like the negative or the sepia or something, but Topps Chrome refractor of some sort for $1 that I picked up. Pre-grade of a 10. Jokic Red, White, Blue. This card might be the one I'm most confident in the entire order. Perfectly centered. And as I say that, maybe the left looks a tiny bit thicker, but I don't think so. I think perfectly centered, and there was not anything on the surface, anything on the corners, so that should be a 10 there. Jordan Love, Orange Ice. This was a card that I picked up in a group lot a while back. I had it in my review for grading pile for a while. First time it went through, I decided no. I thought it was going to 9, and on a card like this, a 9 might be a break-even point, so if I thought it's a 9, I shouldn't even send it in. But then I reviewed it a second time a few weeks later, and I thought it looked like a 10. So, long story short, I don't know what to pre-grade this. I guess a 10 because I'm sending it in, and it needs to 10. So, we'll go with a 10. This Day Flowers is also pre-graded as a 10. Beautiful color match. Purple Pulsar. Nothing wrong with it that I could tell. A-Chain, Silver, Prizm, really good rookie year for the Dolphins. Going to kind of be taking over as the running back 1 there. With the football season looming, thought I'd pick up some football stuff, and this looked good. So pre-grade of a 10. And Prizm Silvers are really condition sensitive, so finding them in nice shape and getting 10s on them is pretty good, and you'll see the margins on it just because it's a lower pop count. These last few here are some older cards, I believe. Yep. Julius Erving, Star. I've talked about it, I think, in a previous video, and I've maybe even multiple. I know I talk about it a lot. But if you find these Star cards, even if they're a somewhat decent name and they're in good shape, they're worth grading. I just don't, they're really popular. I don't know if they didn't produce them as much, like if there's just not that many out in circulation or what, but I've done really well on these in the past, and I've been picking them up for relatively cheap. Dale Ellis, like here's a prime example, not a huge name, but it's in really good shape. You pull a 9 on it, and you're gonna sell it for 30 bucks or so, 40 bucks or so. That's a card I probably paid $1 for, not even, and so I'll be into it for 20, sell it for 30, 40, and even an 8 will be a break even. So Sam Perkins is a guy, not this exact card, but a different Star card I sold in the past. It graded an 8, which I thought that was an undergrade, and I thought I was going to break even on it, and I think I ended up making over 40 bucks on it. So that just kind of shows you that there's some markets out there that are kind of untapped, and the Star market for PSA is something that I've noticed, so I'll share my secret with you guys, so be on the lookout for them. Mark Aguirre. Oh, I haven't even been announcing what my pre-grades are on these. I'll go back quick. This, some damage on this one. I guess I'm hoping for an 8, but wouldn't surprise me if they stuck this with a 7, but 8 seems fair on this one. These 3, I'm all gonna go 9s. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them, but it's just tough to gem cards from the 80s. So I'll just pre-grade all these, and including this Brad Davis too. All these Mavericks, pre-grades of 9s. This one's a little newer, old school, new school. Jake Plummer, Joe Montana, numbered out of 1,000. Pre-grade of a 10, nothing wrong with it. 83 Wade Boggs, hoping for a 9. I mean, if it 8's, I'm not gonna make my money back. I might get close. 9, I'm not even gonna be making that much money. But the reason I'm sending it in is because I don't really see anything wrong with it. So in the 1% chance that it does somehow gem, I'll make a nice margin on it. And then the last one here, I'm gonna pre-grade this and 9, just because I'm hoping for a 9. It's probably gonna be an 8, just because these beam teams are another case, or a condition sensitive card. You can really see on the corners, whiting, edges maybe a little bit, but the front looks pretty good. Centering looks good enough. It's kind of hard to tell on these beam teams, but from what I can tell, it looks pretty good. Hoping for a 9, but even if it gets an 8, it's a card I'm not going to lose money on. I'll still even maybe make a few bucks at an 8, so that's why I'm going to send it in. But those are the 24 cards that are currently going to be headed to grading. Little mixture of some vintage, I don't even know if I should call it vintage, stuff from the 80s, but then modern cards as well, the Prizms and the Topps Chrome refractors and stuff like that. So thank you guys as always for tuning into this video. Hopefully another video coming shortly. I have an order at PSA that's wrapping up. It's currently in assembly as the time I'm filming this video. And by the time this video is live, I'm hoping it's almost on its way back to me. So as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.